Hello my friends, thanks for stopping by. I hope you're all having a great day. Today I am going to do a video that I get asked many questions about, and it is another masking video. I know we just saw one the other day, but that was on affordable sheet mask because I know many of you would like to take full advantage of your masking. And some of you do like to put more time into your skin treatment. Some of you think I'm bat crazy, but that's okay too. All right, so I haven't decided which one I'm going to do for you today, but I thought I would, first of all, another question I get asked is, how do you do your mask? What do you do? So I'm going to tell you what I did to my skin this morning. All I have done to my skin this morning. Because I cleanse every single night, I don't go to bed with any makeup on my face. I layer on the treatments. But anyway, when I get up in the morning, I am one of those people that likes to wash my face. I think the skin needs to be washed in the morning. A lot of people think you need to just splash water on and go. I don't know. I think all that skin laying there and there's stuff floating around in the air. So I'm going to clean my skin. But you do what you want to do, and there's no right or wrong if it's right for you. Okay? So the first thing I did this morning is I took my Algenist cleanser, and this is their Genius Ultimate Anti-Aging Melting Cleanser. I love this. It will probably end up in my empties this month because I probably have one squirt, and I probably have maybe two. But I'm going to go ahead and show you what this looks like. It looks like Vaseline, but it's not. And it's just it's a gel-like melting cleanser. And when you put it on, it has an oily substance to it. And you just massage it into your skin. This is great for dry skin or just aging, dehydrated skin. You just, rub it, and it turns into like a balm, a cleansing oil balm. Then you wet your hands and you put water on it, and then it goes into like a very low foaming cleanser, okay? Still good for dry skin. I love this. I will buy this again. I really think the Algenist line has some great products, and this is one of them. And I remember there used to be one, I think it was the Nude line. They used to have a melting cleanser. This would replace it. This is very, very good because I know many of you like that one. And then I will just take a gentle toner, and right now I'm using the MakeupMLC Aven Gentle Toner, and you shake this one up because it does separate. You shake it up, and I just take a very soft cotton swab and just swipe over my skin, and I'm ready to do whatever masking I choose. So today we'll go with one that you do not see on YouTube that much. It's expensive, but I'm also going to give you other options. But it's also very good. It's a dual action peel, and it's double action by Burki. Okay, it's in a silver box, so it's not going to show. I keep the boxes for them. And this one here, I think that the only place you can get this is Barney's. But anyway, it's the dual acid peel. Okay, and this one, it says KB5 complex, which is just a blend of essential oils and cola and arnica. It has organic aloe. It has glycolic acid. I'm trying to think. It has vitamin C, and it has hyaluronic acid. It has grapeseed oil, vitamin E, avocado oil, reishi mushroom, and it has a amino 5 very long acid in there, natural fragrance, and some glycerin as a preservative. And it is formulated without parabens, synthetic fragrances, synthetic dyes, gluten, sulfates, petrolatum, mineral oils, fillers, and binders. And that is why I chose to bring this one out here, because many are always looking for very good, more natural skincare. And some of them are not so good. This one is. So I'm going to go ahead and start with this one. And it is a very liquidy solution. It actually smells very nice. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my scoop in there, and I'm going to scoop it out on my hand because I don't want to stick the brush in there. So I'm going to go ahead, and you'll see it's laying on my hand. I'm going to take a brush and I'm going to absorb it into the bristles, and I'm just going to start applying it on. And you need just a thin layer of this. Okay, now I don't really feel a whole lot with this, but my skin is so acclimated, or my skin is just so used to this type of treatment that I don't really feel a whole lot. Okay, I do get a slight tingling with it, very slight. Remember, I always preach to stay away from the eye with this. I always preach that there is a difference between burning and what a product is supposed to do. Now this one is a tingle. Now I have a little scratch right here from the Harley bird, and it will tingle a little bit on that, but I'm okay with that because I think it's also helping it to heal when it does that. So, but it's not, again, it's not burning, it's not uncomfortable. Now this one here, if you do not have a sensitive neck, you go right down your neck with it. I'm not going to in the video, but I have done it. It does not bother my neck. And I'm going to make sure I get around the little nose area, because this here, I'm just going to take a little bit more that's in the lid here and put it on my nose area, because this area here is where I have a lot of flaking from the Retin A, and I have to pay attention to what I'm doing. That's why I'm not looking at you and talking. And as soon as I'm done applying an acid where I'm not going to poke it in my eye, you will have my full attention. Okay? All right. Okay, so that is all we are going to do. And this one here, I believe it's 10 to 20 minutes. Let me check just to make sure I remember. Up to 20 minutes, 5 to 20 minutes. So when they give you that wide a span, 5 to 20 minutes, what that means is if you have very sensitive skin, 5 minutes may be all you can handle. I go the full 20 with it. It does not bother my skin at all. It's very comfortable. It feels very cool on the skin. It's very comfortable in the areas where I have a little more flaking from the Retin A. And that's why I'm using this, because when you get all that flaking, you have to use some sort of chemical peel to help lift that all up. That's why glycolic acid is perfect for that, because it eats away at all that dead skin that's laying on the surface. So it helps with all that flaking. But I'm feeling a cooling, just a slight tingle, nothing uncomfortable. It is recommended to avoid sun after any type of peels like this that use glycolic acids or any type of acids, and use a SPF for sun protection after peel to retain results from this restorative dual acid peel. And as simple as that. That's how you use this. So we will leave this on while I'm talking. Now I do have a few others that I consider to do the same thing. And this one is by Kypris, Kypris. And this is their Glow Philtre. It's a refining mask for vibrant luminosity. All right, so this mask here, it's the same concept, a 20-minute mask, and if you have sensitive skin, only 5 minutes. It is also said to be good for most skin. Again, if you have sensitive skin, you should be testing certain areas before you go ahead and put any kind of mask on your skin. And this one here has, it's so hard to read because of the gold, it has pomegranate in it, which is an enzyme itself. So again, an enzyme will chemically peel. It has vegetables in it that help to soothe, plump, and brighten and soften the skin. It doesn't stink like vegetables or anything like that. It also has silver ear, which is said to be very similar to hyaluronic acid and what hyaluronic acid does. It's said to hold its weight in water, much more weight, 100 times more. And then it also has ceramides in it. And they help nourish, revive, and soothe. And then it has neroli flower water, which helps to soften your skin. This one, I'll put some of this on my hand so you can see. This is more like of a gel-like consistency. So that's what that mask looks like, but it spreads down looking the same as the one I have on my face now. It does have a stronger smell than this one, but it's very green smelling. And very pleasant, a very nice mask. I leave it on the full 20 minutes. So that is the Kypris, and I will list all of these masks and put links below, because some of them you can only order from certain places, and these things don't saturate the market like some others. This mask here is a little easier to get, and this one is by Herbivore, and this is their Brighten mask, and this one here is a pineapple enzyme. So again, enzyme, chemical. I like enzyme mask, really, I like them a lot. Now this one here is also very liquidy. I will take some of this out of the lid to show you. Okay, so it is a very liquid form in a jar, and it has a milky color. Again, when you put it on your skin, it goes down clear, just like the one I'm wearing. Very, very, very subtle in the pineapple smell. I like this mask a lot. Let me tell you a little bit about it, or what the company says about their mask. I can babble on and tell you all kinds of things, but let's see what they say. It's a truly natural radiance mask featuring pineapple enzymes and micronized Brazilian tourmaline gemstones. The Brazilian tourmaline is a gemstone powder that naturally brightens and illuminates the complexion. Pineapple enzyme alpha hydroxy, it gently exfoliates and rids the skin of dead cells. It also has rice powder, which is very big in the Asian community. It has brightening and skin soothing, used by Japan for centuries. When I first started YouTube, I did a lot of natural do-it-yourself mask, and one that I really loved doing when I didn't have a lot of money, and sometimes I still do it, was I would get rice powder and make my own mask, and it helps to brighten the skin. It's very, very nice. And it also, let's see, this one here is another 20-minute mask removed with warm water, as are all the rest. All right, so there is a third option for a lightly chemical. I think that I really do feel that sensitive skin could use these masks, but I think that, you know, you really do either try to get a sample, which may be very hard to get a sample of the Burki or the Kypris, but the Herbivore, you know, you may be able to get a sample of this from Sephora, but once you open them, they kind of, and you carry them home in the little packet, you got to do it right away, because I think they lose a little bit of their oomph. All right, so the last one I'm going to show you is more available in maybe Target, online, drugstore, or your grocery store, and it is the Andalou line, and this is the vegan line and animal cruelty-free line, as is the Burki and the Kypris and the Herbivore. These are all friendly. Okay, so bioactive berry fruit enzyme mask. Again, another one of those masks. Now I'll take some of this one out and show you what it looks like. This is what it looks like in the jar. So let me just take a little bit of that and put it on my hands so you can see. Now this one is a very, very, very mild, but its color is more, I don't know, caramely kind of color, and it gives you just a slight yellow tint on your skin, and it smells just like fruit. Now these masks, you will have to use them up a little quicker than you use up masks that have preservatives and chemicals in them, you know, that are man-made, because these don't last as long. So you really have to be committed to your masking if you're going to invest, okay? All right, so it has been 19 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the video, and I'm going to go rinse this off. What I'm feeling right now, the mask dries down just to a tackiness. It doesn't stay as wet as when you put it on, and it's a very comfortable mask to wear. I feel no tingling at all now. You will see that I have a slight glow going on even underneath this. You can see there's just like, it's brought a little bit of blood to the circulation, and so I'll have a little rosy glow when I take it off, which is absolutely normal for me. Again, you have to know your skin. So I'm going to go ahead and wipe it off, and I just take a cloth and I just rinse it off with warm, tepid, not hot, not cold. I don't use extreme temperatures on my face. I stay with warm, tepid water, and I will just wipe it off, and you can use, I like Turkish towels. I do not like the feel of wet microfiber. It's just one of those things. It's like cilantro to me. Can't do it. So I'm going to go ahead and do it my way. You do it with your way, and we'll be back here in a minute to see you. Okay, so I am back. My skin feels fabulous. This mask, is expensive, but it is a very nice mask, and I can use this mask 2 to 3 times a week. I would suggest that most people start out with one. It's not overly aggressive, but I think if you're just starting out, or you're just, it's an acid peel, it's a dual, it's a very gentle peel, but my skin does feel fabulous. There is a little bit of glow to my skin, but I will say, and this right here, you know, Harley, she got a little scratch on me, or a little bite. I don't remember which one it was, because she scratched me. This one healed up, but this one, and I got them all over. But this one, she must have really got the nail or the tooth in, because I must keep scratching it open at night. You know, when you're at night, you'll scratch something. Because sometimes I wake up and there's a little bit of bleeding going on, but yeah, I'm waiting for it to go away, my friends, okay? Okay, so let me finish what I was saying first. My skin does not feel moisturized after this type of mask. That's why it's so important to then, now if I were having a facial or doing a facial, I would do a massage, and I would use a massage oil, and I would really get it going, and I would, if I needed some steaming, I would steam after this, and I would clean out my, you know, pores if I needed that. I would make I really do, I take time for myself. And sometimes I can get Lou to join me. But like on the weekends, if I'm all caught up with everything, I take time for myself, and I'll do a mini spa, or I'll do a mini facial, or I'll do a full-blown facial. So decide what you want to do at that point. And then if you've steamed and you've done a little massage, now put a nice moisture mask on. Whatever one works best for you. It does not matter the price point. It just matters that the ingredients are adding moisture, hydrating. So look for hydrating, moisture, anything with avocado or healthy fat in it. Those things are going to help moisturize. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to first put one on. Now I showed you 4 peel type mask. So here I have, why don't we go ahead, I'll use Chanel. Now I'm not somebody who goes and buys a lot of Chanel products, but their masks are nice. So this is the Hydramax and Active. It's an active moisture mask. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to squirt some of this mask out on my hand, and I put a fair amount on my face. So then take an old foundation brush, a masking brush, whatever. Don't use the same one that you applied your glycolic mask on unless you've washed it out well and dried it. Okay, so I'm going to take the Chanel mask, and I'm just going to apply it over my skin, just like I did the glycolic, and I'm going to avoid the eye area. Now Chanel, they have some fragrance going on, but it's a very clean smell, and they're known for it, and it doesn't bother me. But if you don't like it, then of course you're not going to use the Chanel mask, but it is a very nice hydrating mask. It has good consistency. Price point is up there. But, you know, if you have a moisture hydrating mask that's more affordable or fits into your budget, that's what you go for. So we're just continuing on here, putting it all over. And I put a good amount of my mask, my moisturizing mask on, because, you know, I want it layered on there. I want it soaking it up. So I'm going to put another little squirt and just do my forehead. And then we're going to leave this on. And in a minute, I will let you know the time. Usually they're, you know, some of them are 5 minutes, some are 10 minutes, some are 15, some are 30. To be honest with you, I don't really pay attention to the time on masks like this. I just leave them on. All right, so let's talk about that mask. Let's see, we will see what time what it says. It says 10 minutes, okay? And this one is, it's just a hydration mask from Chanel. And I do like this mask a lot. So now the next moisturizing mask I'm going to show you is from Clarins. And Clarins makes a really nice set of masks. And this one here is their Super Restorative Replenishing Comfort Mask. And I would use this. Now another thing I do is I alternate what I use. I don't, if I use this one, I might use this one on the second day, I might use this one on the 5th day, I might use this one, or you can use them until you've used it all up, and you can just buy 2 masks, a moisture mask and a peel, use this one all up, use this one all up. You're probably gonna run out of the acid mask before you will a cream, but I have options. I like to try a lot of things because I am a skincare channel, okay? And I want to always share whatever's out there with you guys. Okay, so the Clarins is another nice mask, and this one here is just, it's a cream colored mask, and that's what it looks like. And it has your basic Clarins plant-like smell. And again, I would leave a very good, nice layer as thick as that on my skin. And this one here, yeah, it's got a little floral scent to it, but it's so subtle. It's not anything that's probably going to annoy you unless you're ultra sensitive with allergies. But that's what that one would look like. So I would leave that one on, and again, they're usually all the same, 10 minutes. So these, again, you can do these masks and work them in even to your daily routine. This next mask is the most expensive of the mask, I believe. Chanel might be right up there. And this is the facial mask by Sisley with their Linden Blossom. This mask is for sensitive skin, and I will show you what this one looks like. It is just a white mask. And I've had a couple tubes of this one, and I'm just going to rub it in with my finger. This one here is a little thinner in consistency than the Clarins is. It's probably the same, maybe a little bit more than the Chanel. If you're going to ask me which one do you prefer the best, I love the Sisley. Love it. Sisley has a more plant-based smell to it. All of their products do. I love the Sisley line, but that's what that mask would look like. And again, this one here is 20 minutes. Now this is a little bit longer, but still within a good amount of time to take 30 minutes for yourself. 10 minutes for a peel, 20 minutes for the cream mask. You are worth it. All right, and the last one I'm going to show you is from L'Occitane. I'm not sure how available this one will be for us. Joelle did send me this one. So I apologize if we in the US cannot get it, but in Europe, I'm sure you will be able to find this. And this is the L'Occitane Rebalancing face mask, and this one here stays on for 5 minutes. Okay, and this comes in a tube, and we're just going to squirt some out, and its color is like a pale blue, almost periwinkle. It's very pretty in color. And then this one is much thicker. I'm just going to blend it on, and I put a nice big thick layer of this one on also. Many of you ask about Joelle. She's doing very well. She has 3 beautiful granddaughters, and she's been dealing with her, she's been very busy with her doggie right now. Joelle is a very kind heart. I'll tell you a little story. She was driving along in Martinique, and there was a dog, this was a few years ago, there was a dog it was pouring rain, and he was just running around loose, and you know, day after day Joelle would go home, get some food, take it back, and really she was just so patient waiting for this dog to come near her. At first the dog wouldn't come near her, and then she went back with her son. Her son was in town because her son lives in Paris, and he was in town, and they went back together, and they coaxed the dog, and Joelle brought the dog home to live with her. And she has a beautiful kennel for it. She has a lot of property for the dog. But he has a little bit, she named him Willie, and he has a little bit of wildness. I mean, he was left for dead probably. He has a damaged eye. He's a great looking dog, and he lives with Joelle now. But she also has I believe Apache is a blue pit bull. And Apache is now 12 years old. And she's absolutely beautiful, and Joelle, you know, adores her just as all of us adore our fur babies. And Apache's been going through some health issues, so say a little prayer for Apache that Joelle gets to enjoy her for as long as she possibly can. And I'm going to move on now because I will get emotional thinking about what she will go through when that happens. Anyway, so This mask here, you leave on for the 5 minutes, I said. What did I say? You know, I talk so much. Yeah, 5 minutes, and it apply a thin layer and let it dry on the skin. So I apply whatever, and 5 or 10 minutes, whatever it takes to dry, but it does not get stiff like a mud mask. But again, another beautiful option that really adds a lot of moisture back into the skin. Now that one, I will say that this one here, I use with the gentlest, so I usually do use that when I'm using this fruit enzyme because I feel this is the mildest of all of the peel mask. So I will use this one because I don't get as much moisture from this mask as I get from these three. So I have been babbling on. This has been on for as long as it has to be. So I am going to go ahead and take this mask off, and I will be right back to tell you and show you how my skin looks after putting on the moisture mask. You will see that it is supple and delicious. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so I am back. As you can see, my skin, I think, looks really great. I really love doing a peel and then a moisture. It feels great. So I thought before I end this video, many will say, well, how do you do your skincare? So I thought I would just take a moment and just do a simple routine for you. So of course, my face is clean, it's dry, because I just took a warm cloth and I wiped the excess mask off. No need to wash your face again after this, okay? So now I'm just going to go ahead and do my eye serum, and I'm using the Niod, and I will list and link these below so that you know what they are. I just don't want to take too much time. I know you guys said you like when I'm chatty, but too much time is too much time. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just pat that in, and then take the excess and put it on my lids. This one is good for the lids. Okay. And then I'm going to take my Tata Harper Restorative Eye Cream. And you need such a small amount of this. I mean, really, just a little dab. And then I go ahead and tap it. And then I'm just going to tap it around my eye. And make sure you get up in here, ladies. All through the temple I put my eye cream. I go right up, I go above the brow bone, and then I just tap it all in underneath, get it up, and just leave it be, okay? So I did my eye. I probably would have done this first, but I was thinking about getting the video done. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my essence, but you probably would have wanted to do this first. So I just take my essence in my hands, and then I'm just tapping it on my face, forehead. I do my neck with this. I do my ears, and just go for it. I include my ears in everything I do. I mean, if I'm doing a mask, a cream, a glycolic mask, I'll even do my ears. I mean, I've never done that on camera, but I do get crazy in my privacy. All right, so there's my essence. I love my raw sauce, love it. Next step is I'm going to put a serum on over my essence, and I'm going to use the Regenica. This is a dual chamber, and all you need is 1 pump of this. This is beautiful. I know it's a pricey item, but boy, does it. First of all, I love the smell, and it just spreads so nicely, and it just makes my skin feel like butter, And then I just massage it all on the neck and get the ears with the excess. I mean, I focus most of it on my face, and then I work down to the neck, and you know, I put it on like this, but then I sweep it up and back my neck, and then I tap whatever's left over on my hands right onto my ears. I love this, and it really absorbs nicely. Very nicely. So, okay. That is my serum. Remember, I'm simplifying this. And the next thing is going to be my moisture balm. And this here, I have to say, I absolutely love, with a capital L-O-V-E, this hydrating balm from PCA Skin. Love it. Absolutely love it. I'm not exaggerating, my friends. Look, I'm halfway through this. I love it. I just take it on my fingers, and normally I don't stick my fingers in. I do use spatulas, but I'm trying to just, I forgot a spatula. I didn't want to turn it off. That was the dirty spatula. I always use clean in my skincare. All right, so it's in my palms. I just pat it on. I love this. And then I do a quick sweep. Just love this. Sweep the ears a little bit. I don't focus too much of this on my neck because I am using a neck cream, which I did not bring with me. But I'm using the Luzern still. And I'll link that below for you. Do I think it's doing anything magical? Not really, but I do like the way it feels and the way it soaks in. And I think that there are just some things, my friends, that are, no matter what creams and lotions and potions we put on, we are going to still experience some wear and tear. I think we're prevention. Okay, prevention. That's what I do. Prevention, prevention. All right, so that is how I would end it. It's as simple as that. You know, little serum. I use an eye serum and an eye cream. You don't have to use both. You don't have to use any of it. And I always use a serum. You know, I like to layer things, but I thought I would simplify it today. And this one is medical grade. When you're using medical grade, you don't necessarily need to layer and pile on all kinds of things. And again, this is also a medical grade, and this here is just phenomenal. I love it. If you have dry skin, get on board, my friends. Love it. All right, so let me know if you are going to try any of this. Let me know if you're using a fabulous alpha hydroxy enzyme peel mask or anything. And let us know what type of skin you have, because remember, I have dry, mature skin. You may be oily, a little younger. You may be oily with problematic skin. You may be a normal combination, and you may have found a peel that works fabulously for you. Most of the peels that I am using can work for anyone, this group of peels. I have others that would not be good for sensitive, but would. And the moisturizing mask, of course, I think they're good for all skin. If you have oily skin, you may want to find a mask after your peel that is more for normal to oily skin. Or I believe that oily skin also needs to be taken care of, and it still needs moisture. You can't suck the moisture out of oily skin and expect it not to react, because it does. Okay? All right, so thanks for stopping by. Don't forget, subscribe. We're anti-aging here. Be happy, healthy, beautiful, and most of all, my friends, lovable. I love you all. I truly do. I wish I could hug each and every one of you. Yes, I do. But for now, bisous.